Welcome to This Explainer. If you've ever found yourself totally frustrated trying to explain a super abstract concept to someone who really needs to see and do things to learn, well, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're going to break down a completely game-changing curriculum that's designed to totally shift how visual learners actually perceive the passage of time. So, think about this for a second. How exactly do we teach time to someone without falling back on that never-ending abstract straight line? I mean, most of us grow up just staring at standard timelines drawn across a whiteboard, right? But for a lot of learners, an endless arrow just pointing off into the void is literally about as helpful as invisible ink. It's exactly why kids are always asking, are we there yet? They just don't have a solid grasp on linear time. So we really need a different approach. All right, let's get into part one. Time is not a line, cyclical time. Okay, to rethink time, we first really need to understand who we're talking about here. We're talking about concrete thinkers. These are learners, often young children or neurodivergent folks who rely almost entirely on their senses. They need to touch things, hold them, observe them in real life. To them, a linear progression of time, which is completely invisible, lacks the physical grounding they desperately need to actually make sense of the world around them. Just think about the stark contrast between these two models for a moment. On one hand, you've got linear time. It's rigid, it's endless, and it's totally abstract. But on the other hand, you have cyclical time, which is predictable, recurring, and structured. By shifting how we teach from a straight line to a cycle, we're immediately handing these learners a framework that they can actually observe in their real lives. Moving right along to part two, visual metaphors, making time visible. We can absolutely use powerful visual metaphors to make the invisible, visible. Just imagine animated trees shifting their foliage, going from those bright green summer leaves to falling winter snowflakes, and then pair that with a spinning clock face. Suddenly, you're not just talking about time, you are giving time a physical, relatable shape. By anchoring this whole concept of time to nature's visible patterns, we completely replace that confusing, never-ending straight line with a comforting, familiar loop. It helps the learner realize that time isn't just some abstract countdown to nowhere. It's a cycle that we all experience every single year in the changing seasons. Okay, let's dive into part three, daily routines, rhythms of time. Now, these cyclical concepts aren't just happening outside in nature. They are happening right inside our own homes. Think about it. We wake up, we eat breakfast, we go to school or work, and then we go to sleep, day after day. It basically creates this predictable microcycle that fits perfectly right inside the bigger macrocycle of the seasons. So by grounding our teaching in these everyday, relatable anchors, we're building a massive foundation of predictability. We're showing learners that the natural rhythms of the earth literally mirror their own daily routines. It's proof that the world is structured and safe rather than just totally random. Which brings us to part four, the seasonal photo sort interactive activity. To really put this theory into practice, the curriculum suggests a super clever sorting activity. It perfectly bridges the gap between just seeing a cycle and actually living it. You have the students hunt down their own personal family photos. Then they search for seasonal markers, like, finding snowsuits or beach towels in the pictures, and sort these memories by the time of year they actually happened. It literally turns the abstract concept of the past into a highly tangible, fun game. And finally, we have part five. What comes next? Anticipating the future. This brings us to the ultimate, overarching goal of the entire curriculum. Identifying these predictable patterns empowers learners to actually anticipate future events. It is a profound shift, moving their perception of the world from chaotic to reliable. Knowing what comes next is absolutely the key to feeling secure and confident in life. So as we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with this thought. Think about your own daily routines for a second. How does the shape of time, whether you view it as a straight, endless line or a comforting, recurring loop, impact your own ability to anticipate the future? Recognizing how much we all rely on predictable sequences might just completely change how you view your own comfort in the world. Thanks so much for joining me today, and hey, keep looking for those patterns out there.